Visionaries, hello and welcome to GVP Studio. I'm your host, B. Ray Pennington. Today, I'll be doing an unboxing. And if you've tuned in before, you know that I love video games, and I'm a collector of sorts. So here, I have the 8BitDo Pro3 Bluetooth gamepad. I've been a fan of 8BitDo game controllers for a while now. In fact, I have 3 others already. And you're probably asking, what's 8BitDo? Well, I'll tell you what do. 8BitDo is a video game peripheral manufacturer based in Shenzhen, China. Founded in 2013, the company specializes in creating high-quality, retro-inspired game controllers and accessories. The company is largely known for its Ultimate and Pro lines of controllers. It also manufactures desktop computer and smartphone peripherals, including keyboards, mice, and speakers. Alright, now that we know all of that, it's time to take this out of the box. There it is, the 8BitDo Pro 3 Bluetooth gamepad. Now the first thing you'll notice on the box is that purplish color with the gray and the red and the green. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, a classic GameCube controller. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's inside. Alright. I love the way the 8BitDo controllers are packaged. Aw, yeah. Nothing like a brand new gadget right out of the box. So, go ahead and take this out. Look at that. I'm just gonna toss things aside. So I like the grips. I like how they feel. I'm an old school gamer. You might know that. So I grew up playing the NES and then the Super NES. Those were my first 2 consoles. So I like the retro style, but I'm an old, so I also like the handles. It's better for my hands. And I like the feel of a controller in my hands versus mouse and keyboard when it comes to gaming. So let me just pop these little things off. And this... oh yeah. And check it out. The buttons have a nice click. I like the feel of the D-pad. Because who doesn't love a classic D-pad? But then of course you've got your bumpers and your triggers. And then these thingies, so I haven't experienced that on an 8BitDo controller yet, so I wonder what those can do. I know that they're programmable, so you can assign the buttons to do different things, which is pretty cool. And then there's these little toggle switches that, I'm not sure what those do. Oh, they lock. They lock the triggers. What else have we got here? So let's look at the underside. Here, it looks like you can switch between different settings. I see G, D, G/X, BT, 2.4G. Let me see if it... I don't know, it only has 3. Okay, well that's a thing. And then you've got these. PR and PL. And there's something else. Oh. Yeah, so these 2 buttons. So if you're playing on Switch or Switch 2, it's home and then that one's capture, so you can do like a screenshot. And then this, you have these lights here. So I know about that from one of my 8BitDo controllers. That'll switch modes. So like if you map the controller a certain way in the software, you can have like 3 or 4 different profiles, I guess. So yeah, I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. Alright, there's more stuff in the box. We've got this. Alright, so this thing I'm kind of excited about. It's basically a charging dock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's where you've got your standard USB-C. That's where the controller sits. Ooh, what's this? A little compartment. Cool! Ooh, is this what I think it is? It is! Okay. Visionaries, check this out. Okay, it's not quite what I thought it was. 2.4 gig receiver. I know that 8BitDo makes little adapters like these for classic consoles to where it becomes a like a Bluetooth receiver, but you can play like this one that looks like it should be a GameCube controller. You can have one of these that has like the GameCube port and plug it in and play wirelessly, and the same goes for like N64, Super NES, Classic NES. So as for this one, I'm not 100% sure because it's just a classic USB-C. It's like the little thing said, I don't have to plug it in, but it's neat. I like it. It reminds me of the bricks from Mario. So I'm just going to plug that back in. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it's got the little 8BitDo pixel heart logo. Oh, I wonder... Excuse me for a second, Visionaries. We're getting a little bit experimental here. Haha! So, the buttons, you can swap them out. They're magnetic. And that's what this thingy is. It's your button changer. That's really cool. Okay, now how do I get it back in? I don't want to swap the buttons out because I don't have any buttons to swap out. Okay, yeah, it just goes back into place, and this little suction cup pops it out. That's kind of cool. So, you know, if you want to customize your controller a little bit, that's an option you have. Sweet. All right. So let's... Oh, look how sleek that is. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Oh, buttons. They don't have letters on them, but it's like the classic Super NES colors, or I guess Super Famicom colors, maybe? Yeah, it's more like Super Famicom. Ooh, ah. Last couple of things. The user manual. Everyone needs one of those, right? And then inside this box we have... alternate, you know, joysticks. Why can't I think of the modern word for those? Because I'm an old, and that word is escaping me. Sticks? Can you just call them sticks these days? I don't know. Either way, I'm sure with the little suction cup, I can take those off and replace them with these for like a more classic arcade feel. And then they really are joysticks. That's kind of cool. And a charging cable.
Now you're playing with power.
Alright, Visionaries, thank you so much for tuning in to GVP Studio and watching this little unboxing that I did today. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more unboxing videos or what it is you'd like to see. With each video, I learn a little bit more and I improve my skills a little bit more, so I'm just going to keep experimenting and I'm just going to keep playing around and making fun new videos. So if you've got something in mind that you'd like to see, let me know. Or if you're just along for the ride, kind of like I am, then hey, you know, give this video a like, share it with your friends. Leave a comment about whatever you stuff. I don't know. Alright, Visionaries, thanks again for tuning in. I will catch you the next time. Okay, thanks, bye.